Even as the Iran war appears to be restarting, Western capitals risk provoking a new front of anger from Vladimir Putin if they escalate support without carefully calibrated diplomacy and clear red lines. After what some perceive as a strategic setback against Iran, President Trump may be politically desperate for a decisive win in Ukraine, pushing for bolder moves to reset his foreign policy narrative. NATO has made a major weapons shift even as Putin ramped up strikes, with Russian forces bombing Kyiv 3 times in 1 week and prompting allies to speed deliveries and rethink force posture. President Zelensky secured Sweden's approval to use Meteor missiles against targets inside Russia, a move that raises the stakes and signals growing international willingness to expand Ukraine's strike options. The United States struck a deal enabling Ukraine to manufacture Patriot missiles domestically, a significant step intended to deepen Kyiv's long-term air defense resilience and shorten supply timelines for a prolonged conflict. After Russian strikes on Kyiv, NATO effectively opened the door for Ukraine to employ longer-range air power, signaling a notable shift in Allied tolerance for expanded Ukrainian strike options and prompting rapid operational planning. Sweden's defense minister confirmed that Ukraine may use Meteor missiles against targets inside Russia, a decision that markedly broadens Kyiv's aerial engagement envelope and raises strategic and political stakes. When asked directly whether Kyiv could strike into Russia with Meteor missiles, Defense Minister Johnson answered simply and decisively, "Of course," a concise reply that carried outsized diplomatic weight. Ukraine is slated to receive long-range Meteor missiles for integration on Gripen fighter jets, an upgrade that will extend the aircraft's reach and alter air defense and air combat calculations in the theater. The Meteor is a beyond-visual range air-to-air missile with a declared minimum operational range exceeding 120 kilometers, designed to engage targets at distances well beyond short-range intercepts. Analysts estimate Meteor's maximum engagement envelope at roughly 200 kilometers, giving aircraft equipped with it a substantially wider reach to detect and engage adversary platforms before those platforms can effectively respond. Produced by European defense firm MBDA and built for modern combat fleets, the Meteor combines advanced aerodynamics with robust seekers to meet contemporary air-to-air threats. Its adjustable ramjet propulsion system allows the missile to sustain high speeds and energy over long distances, improving the probability of intercept against highly maneuvering targets during the terminal phase. Fielding Meteor missiles reduces reaction time for opposing warplanes by extending the engagement window and forcing adversaries to operate further from contested airspace, thereby increasing the likelihood Kyiv can deter or neutralize incoming threats. Poland's defense minister said Warsaw will collaborate closely with Ukraine to support the production and deployment of Patriot PAC-3 missiles, offering technical assistance, training, and logistical coordination as needed. That announcement followed public remarks by former President Trump that Ukraine would receive a license to manufacture Patriot missiles, a claim that prompted immediate diplomatic and technical follow-ups among allies. Poland warned that establishing Patriot production capacity inside Ukraine would be a complex endeavor, involving secure facilities, specialized tooling, supply chains, and weeks or months of work before any missiles could be produced or certified. Warsaw is one of 4 NATO states authorized to receive sensitive technology for Patriot missile production, positioning it as a key regional partner in any effort to expand Allied air defense manufacturing capabilities. Poland has signed an agreement with the United States, Germany, the Netherlands, and Sweden to set up a PAC-3 hub, a cooperative framework meant to streamline production, maintenance, and logistics for the Patriot family of systems. The deal envisions a European service center to support missiles used in Patriot air defense systems, providing repair, refurbishment, and technical sustainment to keep stocks operationally ready across the alliance. Earlier, US President Trump appeared to take allies by surprise with a public promise to supply Patriot systems to Ukraine, a pledge that triggered rapid consultations about feasibility, legalities, and the necessary industrial steps to fulfill such a commitment.
One of the things we're going to be talking about is, as you know, we have great power over the companies. Those companies that make the Patriot and make all of the great stuff, the Tomahawks, all of the great stuff. We have the best stuff. Many things. The Patriot's great, but we have many, many great things. You see that with Venezuela. You see it with Iran. Look, Iran has been wiped out. Iran, their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, everything's gone. But one of the things I think we're going to be talking about today, a little birdie told me this, about the fact that we'll give them the right to make Patriots. We'll show them how to do it. It's very complex, actually, but it's you'll figure out the complexity quickly. And we're talking about that, and the company that makes them, which is building now 4 plants, all of our companies will be able to do this in 2 to 3 months. If you order a Patriot, now you have to wait a long time for them. Same thing with Tomahawks. We have a lot of certain equipment, but they call it the elite equipment, and you don't need elite equipment necessarily for a war. But so one of the things we're going to be talking about is we're going to give a license to you to make Patriots. That's pretty cool, right?
Russia has repeatedly warned Kyiv's Western allies against supplying long-range missiles to Ukraine, saying such deliveries cross a red line and risk dragging those states deeper into the conflict. Moscow has argued that nations providing these weapons would be complicit in any Ukrainian attacks on Russian territory that use their missiles, raising threats of retaliation and diplomatic consequences.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.